These rocks may look timeless and unchanging, but this shoreline can change dramatically depending upon the time of year you come to visit. For instance, between the summer and winter months, the water level can go up and down as much as 30 to 45 feet, and that can affect how far down into the side canyons you can go in a boat. With all there is to do at Lake Powell, it might as well be known as Arizona's official natural water park. I've houseboated, jet skied, and wakeboarded on its cool waters for years. But today, I get to try something new on the lake. All right, guys, how magnificent is it to go kayaking on Lake Powell?
Kayaking on Lake Powell's got to be one of the greatest places to go kayaking. There's over 2,000 miles of shoreline.
Well, we've been out here before, but I've never kayaked on Lake Powell, so this is a first for me. What is the most important thing that you've learned about going kayaking with me?
Don't get your hair wet.
Oh, my man! Woo! You, DJ?
Don't get your hair wet.
And make sure that I don't fall in the water.
On and off the boat safely.
Okay. All right, well, let's go. Wow, this is beautiful. Some kayakers prefer to kayak from the marina into the coves of Lake Powell. Others can be dropped off at different locations around the lake. So DJ, I see that this is spectacular, but what do you think the draw is for most people to want to kayak on Lake Powell?
I have to say it's the mystery of Lake Powell. There's so much to see. I mean, years ago when, adventurers and people like John Wesley Powell were coming down, this was entirely new territory. People had never been here before. He was going down the river and just saw canyon after canyon, and around every corner was an adventure.
There is truly lots of adventure here. But if you get away from the crowds and the roaring of the engines, you can see that Lake Powell is an incredible place of serenity too.
It's a different kind of thrill.
So it's an adventure, but it's more like a scenic adventure, wouldn't you say that?
Definitely. It's a lot more peaceful, I would say.
And you know what? We have been out here now for a couple hours, and we have seen only one tour boat.
Only one?
I mean, it's really, really serene. I don't know if it's because it's the time of year, but it's really quiet.
It's also because it's so big.
Ah, that's true. So there could be lots of people on the lake, but you wouldn't see them because they're somewhere else. Skimming along the flat, emerald-colored waters, I'm starting to feel almost in harmony with the water and the rocks. Somehow it's different than being on a boat or jet ski. You're more a part of your landscape, not just some intruder making waves. With more than 1,900 miles of shoreline, you can paddle to your heart's content. There are 96 canyons here at Lake Powell. In some areas, the walls are 1,000 feet high, and in some places, too narrow for anything but a kayak. Steve Ward with the Lake Powell Marina says there is something special about kayaking Lake Powell. What would you say is the allure of getting out and seeing Lake Powell on a kayak versus some of the other water activities?
It's quiet. You can hear the birds when you're going along. You can see the fish in the water. You're riding along next to each other talking about how beautiful the place is. You're not having to worry about driving the boat as much, and you're not going as fast.
I'm starting to realize that kayaking Lake Powell is a getaway within a getaway, where all you can hear are the sighs of relaxation in others and the soft splashing of your paddle on your way to your destination.